Hi, this is Billie Beene here with a world news flash update. Apparently today, NATO made a direct attack on Russia. So let's get started. I'd like to begin first with something from one of my Patriot subscribers. Something big is coming. Things picked up in June to August, and I feel October may be the breaking point, and I agree with that. So today we learned that two NATO nations, Sweden and Finland, have made a direct attack on Russia, aiding Ukraine in its military conflict with Russia. So we had Sweden with its planes providing electronic recon for Finland to launch inside Finland an unmanned small type plane called an A-22, also called a Fox-Bat, and it's armed with drones with explosives to hit inside Russia, Murmansk, Russia, on the Oleg-Ya Russian base, where Russia has its nuclear submarines harbored. And Russia was able to track everything on radar, so Russia is fully aware that NATO members, Sweden and Finland, have made a direct attack inside Russia from their nations. So the A-22, the small plane, unmanned plane that carried the explosives, has a speed of 170 kilometers per hour or 99 miles per hour. Has a range of 1,100 kilometers or 680 miles. This is another indicator that it had to have been launched from inside Finland, possibly Sweden, but the radar information that Russia has, as do other countless nations around the world, indicate that it was launched from Finland. The electronic reconnaissance targeting information was provided by Sweden by its aircraft. Now, this A-22 unmanned plane could not have been launched from Ukraine because of the distance. The distance from Ukraine to Murmansk is 1,228 miles, while the range for the A-22 is 680 miles. No one is disputing that it was launched from inside Finland into Russia, and the reconnaissance was provided by Sweden. Yeah, and Russia and other nations have that information. Now today in Kiev in Ukraine, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy were meeting with Ukraine in Kiev, and they are both okaying the use of U.S. and UK long-range missiles to be fired by Ukraine into Russia. And Russia has said, if this happens, if U.S. or UK long-range missiles are fired from Ukraine into Russia, then Russia will strike both sides of the Atlantic So I say, watch out, Washington, D.C. and London. And now we have this as a further piece of information to demonstrate that Europe and NATO prep for World War III. Switzerland is sandwiched between France, Italy, Austria, and Germany. So Switzerland is in the middle of these nations. Switzerland has closed all of its borders and preps for war. So I believe it's good to pray for world peace. And I believe all of these actions are being taken, and we can very likely see World War III breaking out soon, because it is obvious in the U.S. that President Trump will be elected in November, and he has already communicated with both Ukraine and Israel. Whatever you're doing, you need to wrap it up by December. After December, no more money or weapons from the U.S. So we see a NATO playing politics, and NATO, being controlled by the deep state, has been putting pieces on the chessboard to bring about World War III, and now their timeline is very short. So I agree with my Patriot subscriber. October looks like the breaking point. I love you, and I'll see you soon.